if you see that I am worthy of it, and I'm capable of handling it, please reveal that to me. So this is not just to see you. People speak so many things, you see, that can be give that supreme self to you. No, they can't. There are many teachers who will tell you stories, because it's fancy for the ears. You don't need to go far away, even here itself. There are people who tell you fables. You like to hear stories. And then what happened? You get trapped in the stories and you think that the stories are reality. But that is not reality. The Lord will come to you according to how you can handle Him. Prahlad could handle the Lord coming out from the pillar. No? He could handle that form of the Lord. It's dear to you. You may want in your mind something else. That is not. Look at how Arjun said. Only if you see that I can handle it, then you manifest yourself. Then you show me who you are. But if you see that I can't, please protect me from that. That's why, you see, like when Mayuran was saying, I'm not a cheap devotee. It's beautiful. Why should one be so cheap in asking only for stories and fairy tales, No. You must aim for something which is supreme. No. That's why he have made many ways to attain him. There's a diversity because not everybody on the ladder of spirituality is not the same as in the ladder of materialism. On the ladder of materialism, there is one manager, and everybody is climbing the same ladder to come to that point. No. But on the spiritual ladder, everybody has their own ladder. And according to where you are on that ladder, you will experience the divine into that aspect. That's why there's a diversity of things, because not everybody can experience Him like that. It's not only in one life, it will take lives itself if one have not attained to that grace. And even if one have attained to that grace in one life, he will come differently. And that diversity, very often when you hear people talking about, very often they compare themselves to others. They go on competition. There is many various sampradayas, they say, our sampradaya is better than this sampradaya, or that sampradaya is better than this sampradaya. Well, you're talking about the same Supreme Lord, Of course, each one will feel His love differently. Being in competition doesn't bring one closer to Him. Like when you eat something, somebody can eat something very strongly and digest it. And somebody else can eat something else, the same thing. If they have a weak stomach, they can't digest it. They will fall sick. The same, your body, your mind, can handle a certain capacity of experiencing the divine. So imagine you put a big surcharge of energy inside of somebody. What will happen? Either you will have your hair extend straight, or you will explode. So you want to have that experience, because it's exciting. But whether you will be able to live that or not, this is something else. Some people can handle it, and some people can't handle it. Now, finish. Then you have another life waiting for you. You have to go through all these things again. That's why there's a multitude of experience. And you have endless experience. Each one will experience the divine according to where they stand on that ladder. And this is the truth, as we said. Each one will proclaim it as the truth. Because each one will find their own truth into that. And that truth, like Mayuran was saying, he's not looking for that truth. Huh? If you're looking for that truth, you will find that truth. But if you're looking for him, then you shall find him. In the most simple way, in the most humble way. Because when Arjuna is asking him, there's this degree of humility in his asking. It's not just a mere asking, oh yes, to fulfill my desire or my curiosity. No. There is this humility in his asking. And if you have that humility inside of you, if you that humbleness awake inside of your heart, then the Lord will reveal himself. So, this one. You have any question? Yes, what did you ask? Yes.
In the life of many saints, we see that that the children, for example, so many saints, they don't take care of their children, and for us, we always hear that it's very important to, as a mother, as a father, to do our duty as parents. So can you please explain why it is like this in many life of
It's
saints?
not, look, I don't think that in the life of saints they don't care about their children. I don't think that there is any parents who don't care about their children. Okay. You have to understand that their culture is different. Your culture is to control your kids completely, like sitting on their head and don't let them do anything. But you see the culture here, how it is. The culture leaves the kids free. They roam freely. They are not paranoia about the children. You seen the children playing? There is snake. There is scorpion. But do you see the parent paranoia? No, they don't. This is the culture here. The culture is to leave the children free. Let them learn to grow. In Africa also the same. When you look at the children, they are in nature playing. But in Europe it's different. We have to cover them, wrap them, bundle them, carry them, and listen to them continuously. Whatever they scream, you have to do whatever they want. you don't allow the children to grow in their potential. Every time you're sitting there, being scared, a little fever they have, you're scared about it. A little hurt, they hurt themselves. It's as if the whole world is collapsing. Now, very often, it is like that. But that is, in the Western culture, it's like this. But in the Eastern culture, they let them free. They will not roam around. They will not run around them. They will come back. So that's why when you see that it shows that the saint, it's not that they don't care for their children. They care very much for their children. But more than caring for their children, they trust that He's looking after. And He's taking care. If you, as a saint who are dedicating your life to God and you can't even trust that God is looking after my children, then what kind of trust is that? Why should I sit there and worry about when He's there to look after? So that's why when you look at the life of saints, they do look after their children, but they trust more in His protection. They trust more that He's looking after. So, which life of saint did you read that they don't care about their children? I'm curious. Sorry, I can't hear.
We were watching a few movies, and if I remember correctly, it was like
Tukaram. Did you see properly?
I mixed them up.
Eh?
I mixed them up.
You mix them up. Gorakumbha. It's not that he didn't care about his child. You see, Gorakumbha, he was in deep trance when he was chanting the name of Vitthal and was doing his pottery. He was not aware that his child walked into this thing and he crushed the child. Yes or no? I would not say that he was not caring. Was his wife not caring for the child? Huh? She was, no? And he left. Was he aware that the child was being crushed under his feet? Why was he not aware? He was fully absorbed in chanting of Vitthal. No? So it doesn't mean that he was not caring for his child. If he was not caring, afterwards when he saw that his child was crushed completely into pieces, what was his reaction? He broke his arm. That was his reaction. If he didn't care, he would have said, "Oh yeah, he's dead, I'm finished. Chal jao, chalo. Let's move forward." Huh? No, he was deeply regretting. That doesn't mean that he was not caring. Next, you were talking about Tukaram, no? Tukaram,
the first kids died.
his wife, eh?
The first kids died in hunger, in famine. But
Yes.
it was not his fault.
It's never, it's not about, he was not aware of his, Tukaram had only one aim, that is Vitthal. No? So his first kids died of hunger because they were famine. Everybody was dying. It was not only him, his first wife also died. No? So it's not because he was not caring. There were famine everywhere. Like him, his child, like his wife and his child, many of them died. Even when he was caring. when we take the second wife and children, he was not, they were not, of course, he went there begging around. If he didn't get food, what is it his fault? Then how can you say that the saints don't care about? The saints are the one who cares more about the people. Who else will blame me? Or you will blame the neighbor husband? You have to blame their own husband, no? Who else would you blame? Or would you blame the neighbor for not feeding you? And most of them wouldn't blame only their husband. They would not blame themselves. Or would you blame the neighbor for not feeding your children? Or maybe if you have something with your neighbor and the child is not for you, it's for your neighbor, then of course then you blame the neighbor. They're like this joke, no? A man was distributing sweets to his colleague in the office. And I said, what is the big I said, why are you distributing sweets like that? He said, my wife got a child. I said, but you didn't go home for 2 weeks. 2 years you didn't go home. How come your wife had a child? I said, you see, our village is like this. We help each another. Between neighbors and neighbors, we help each another. How do you know if it is first one? If it is the first neighbor, he will become Dvivedi. Second neighbor will be Dvivedi. If it is the third neighbor, it will be Trivedi. Then if it is the fourth neighbor, it will be Chaturvedi. And if everybody in the village contribute for that child, it will become Deshpande. So then it is possible to blame the neighbor. They didn't get it. It's good. I don't know, maybe in the villages it's like this here. So, yes, Rose.
Please explain to us what you explained to him about consciousness and why it's not the ultimate. Because I thought Christ consciousness was what I was.
You thought what?
Christ consciousness was what the aim was. And also when he said he thought we are gods. Obviously you are God, but then in the Bible there's also the part where Jesus says we are also gods. So
Yeah, but Jesus, when he said that we are also God, we are part of God, no? The essence of God, it is what makes us alive. Without that essence of God, would you be alive? The Atma is that essence of God. So you are part of God. So what is see, for aiming, what he was saying earlier, aiming only for consciousness, is aiming only for self-realization, is only one step. It's not about aiming only for self-realization. Okay, yes, you become self-realized, then what? You play a tambourine and said, yes, I'm self-realized. Huh? Sorry. There is so many people which is self-realized. You know? But they don't play the tambourine and say, yes, I'm self-realized. Or you don't put a sticker on your forehead and say, I'm self-realized. Self-realized is only one step. Those who attain to that state of self-realization, they come to the point of realizing beyond that self-realization, there is more to realize. That is, to attain the Supreme. So, if your aim is only towards self-realization, then you will still be in that cycle of birth and death. You will still keep coming. So you have not attained the Supreme Lord Himself. That's why you will see that all the realized soul, they keep praying to the Supreme Lord. Even if they have come to the point of self-realized, they know deep inside that there is still something higher to attain. That's why they keep humble. So, in essence, you have the divine inside. But you can't call yourself God, like you just said right now. You understand? You take a drop of the ocean, okay? You have all the quality, but can you call that drop of the ocean the whole ocean? Huh? You can't call it. The quality is there, but you can't call it like that. It's the same thing. You have all the quality of the divine inside of you, but you can't. Okay, I'll tell you, by your will, manifest something. Can you? You can't. So can you be God? God can do that by His own will. Understand the difference? Done. 3, 4. Yes, what to do? Do you think I'm here to talk about how many tea has a sugar I have to put in my tea? Why do you think you will ever make a cup of tea for me? No, you will never make a cup of tea for me. I'm too fussy about my tea. So forget about that. Yes.
This 7th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita explains a lot about the gunas. And I want to hear your explanation why Krishna he says to Arjuna to give up the sattvic, the goodness mood.
Why?
Krishna he asked Arjuna
to be in the mode of goodness.
Let's change that. He not asked, but he ordered Arjuna to give up the goodness mood of goodness. Get the question?
Yeah, I got your question. So why Krishna asked Arjuna even to renounce the goodness?
Yes.
Don't be attached to the good. You see, all the three gunas, they are bound by meditation. And even goodness can arise pride inside. Forget about the two other modes, the sattvic and rajasic mode. And then the tamasic and rajasic mode. Because that we know what we should not attach to. Tamasic mode, you know very well that you should not be attached to it. And rajasic is a noble mode of nature. But when people do good things, what happens? They stay inside the mind, whether you're on the spiritual path or not. Whenever you do good things, you think that, yes, I'm doing something good. Especially in the spiritual field, when people do good, they bluff so much about it. They talk about it so much when they know, but they should not. Because everything should be an offering to the Lord. And once you offer everything to the Lord, it is not into your domain. They're not to claim even, but you have done it. But this is a natural state of mind of people. When they do good, that stay inside. I have done something good. And even the feeling is there that you have done something good. And this is a poison of it. Because you see, by even having that feeling that I have done something good, that will stick to the mind. So when that stick to the mind, the pride will be happy inside. Yes, I have done something which have a certain value. No? Then what happened? Yes. So you'll be proud about it. You will have this arrogance, spiritual arrogance inside of you. And even that will make you fall. Even that goodness which you have done will make you fall down. That's why Krishna said to Arjuna, not to be attached even to that goodness what you have done. Because that also have to be renounced completely. To be free, you have to renounce even the sattvic guna. Then you can be free. Because if you attach to the sattvic guna, then you will never be free. It is still a guna, and they still bind by the law of karma, and they still bind by Maya itself. So if you want to be free from Maya, you have to even renounce that. There were once a man went to a saint and he said, Maharaj, I want to make my life better. I want to get better in my life. Please, do something for me. So the saint looked around, took some cotton wool, give it to him. Took a candle, give it to him. And a needle, give it to him. Good. That man was even more confused. So he went home, he was wondering, what should I do with that? I want to better my life. How can I better my life with some cotton? How can I better my life with a candle and a needle? I was wondering. So, next day he went to the sadhu and said, Maharaj, I'm even more confused. I don't understand. How can I better my life with a piece of cotton and a candle and a needle? And the saint was thinking, said, okay, you want to better your life, you don't even know how to do that? Okay, I will show you. And he said, look, the cotton, you can thread the cotton and make clothes out of it. No? The clothes is to cover your dignity. And the saint care for each one. So they like to cover the people with the grace. Then he said, what about the candle? He said, the candle. What is a candle? The candle, when it's lit, it doesn't light for itself. You know, the candle gives its light for others. So like this candle gives its light for others, you should also give your life in service to others, not for yourself. Then what about the needle? And he said, needle, what do you use needle for? Stitching. No? When something is tear, you stitch. So like that, needle should remind you to stitch the wounded heart of people. So, if you do that, 3 things, you will have a better life. So, firstly, what he asked him is about his own humility. You know, the thread, you know, is about covering all the good things that you think you are doing. Hide it from everybody else. Be humble. Only when you are humble that you can really serve others. You can really mend and touch the heart of others. If you're arrogant, you will never be able to do that. And this is the same, they say. When Krishna said to Arjuna not to attach to any of the 3 gunas, because every of the 3 gunas will make you become arrogant. And when you are arrogant, you can't help somebody else. You can't even listen to the Guru, because you are so proud of your own understanding of things. You know. How can you listen? So that's why Krishna always praised Karan. You know, I was telling you how he was praising Karan all the time, and Arjuna was feeling rejected. What was the story? What was it?
Chariot.
The chariot he was pushing it back to his arrow.
Ah, yes. I told already, no, that. Okay, Jai Guru.